Good afternoon, how are you all? Hope you're well. Right, okay, so I've got my notes here. I wanted to do something a little bit different today. Inspired by the fact that these last few days, well, actually, the last few weeks, couple of months, let's say last 2 months. The last 2 months, I've been very, very proactive in making an attempt to grow my business and spread the word of pharmacy and the opportunity. And I come across a lot of people who I feel, and sometimes they recognise it themselves, they are holding themselves back and they have that self-awareness, but they're just struggling to actually step into it. But I have a lot of people who I have these conversations with, and you can't help it. You talk about growth, you talk about goals, what is it you're interested in, what do you want to do, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And a lot of people struggle to see themselves, and I know that because I've been that person as well, where I've struggled to actually put a vision board together or to see myself in the next 12 months or 3 years, 5 years. And it's not that I don't think I'm going to make it till that time. It's just sometimes it's a lack of self-belief, sometimes it's self-doubt. There's all sorts of different things at play. But what I wanted to say and to put it to you is that what if you are the reason that you are not doing the things that you want to do? Maybe you're the reason that you're not achieving what you want. Maybe you don't even realise it. There'll be telltale signs, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So 3 top telltale signs that you are holding yourself back. So some of you might be like, no, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Because that doesn't fit the narrative you've been telling yourself. But maybe you do want to hear it. And if you are listening anyway, you are recognising that this could be uncomfortable and it could be talking to you, and you're watching anyway. I love you. Love a rebel. So let's go in. So there's three tips, 3 signs that are holding yourself back. So number 1 is overthinking. I never knew there was such a thing as overthinking until I overthought the thinking of it and overthought overthinking. And somebody else actually pointed out that you're overthinking, that you're thinking too much. Because when you're younger, you're told to think about problems. You're supposed to think logically and put things together and think, is this the right thing? Is this the best solution? And you're supposed to think heavily on things before you go into making a decision. So you're kind of taking away that trust that you have in your gut, that feeling that you have there that's saying to you, go and do that. And then those people that do, they're told that they are impulsive. So then if someone's told you you're impulsive, so you try and rein yourself back, you're then stuck in that catch-22 situation where you're overthinking your desire to be impulsive. So then you're just paralysed in not doing anything, and you're not actually fulfilling those things that you want. So overthinking could be in the format of what if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? What if I'm no good at it? But what you're going to try and do on the flip side is, what if you are really good at it? What if you let all of that crap go and you got out of your own way and you really went for it? You were coachable, you were open to the mentorship, you did the training, and you did things even if you thought they'd be wrong or they weren't going to work out right. Look, I thought I would give myself these cute freckles today, and I think I'm borderline giving myself melasma. Or do they look like cute freckles? I don't know. I've basically tried to look at where I have got cute freckles underneath and that I've just covered them up with my makeup and tried to put them there with a few extra ones added in. But I was thinking, do I look like I've got melasma or do I look like I've got cute freckles? I don't know. But I'm digressing here. When you think about something and you're like, oh, I'm not even going to try because what if I fail? By default, by not even giving it an attempt, by overthinking it, to the point that you're in this state of paralysis that you're not doing it, you're already kind of failing. Because when you get older, whatever age that is, and you look back and you think, I was going to do that, but I didn't do it because I was just overthinking it too much. I was waiting. I was I don't know what I was waiting for. I kept thinking oh, can I do it? Is that for me? Is it just for other people? And you're in that state and you're there and you're just regretting it. But nobody ever regrets going for something and really giving it a go and then saying, oh yeah, I did try that, I gave it my best, and I did get some wins, but in the end, it led me onto a different path. That don't mean you failed. That just meant you got rerouted somewhere else. But if you hadn't had that step in the first place, you wouldn't have got to where you wanted to be. So you're really like halting your progress and your growth and stunting it. And you're literally physically holding yourself back by overthinking. And it is not overthinking that's going to help you overcome it. It's the clarity that comes from taking action. The clarity from taking action. You think that you're going to get clarity by thinking about something, but you're not. You just got to get to it. You just got to say yes, jump all in, and that is when you're going to get that clarity. You're going to start feeling that confidence, and you're going to let go, and you're going to stop holding yourself back. So that was number one sign. The second sign is you're waiting for the perfect time to start. I've had so many people tell me they've waited for the perfect time to start. And sometimes they've come back to me later on, years later, and they've said, you know what, I am fed up, I'm bored with my life, I'm ready to jump in and get started now. And that's great because they made that decision. But they couldn't, the position that they're in now, they was in that exact same position years before, but they were just waiting for this non-existent perfect time to get started. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I'll get started when I feel more confident. Or like with me, myself with burlesque, I said to myself, I'll come along when I've lost weight because I associated losing weight with feeling confident. And Charlotte turned around to me and she said, if you want to feel more confident and you want to lose weight, you need to come to class. And she was absolutely right. You might say the perfect time, oh, life is so hectic at the moment. It's so hectic, I can't do it. I'll wait till life slows down. I'm just going to tell you this, spoiler alert, life does not slow down. It does not slow down. There's always going to be something going on. But if there is something that you're wanting to do, or you see it and you think, oh, I want that for myself, and you think you can't do it because you're so damn busy, then just jump in anyway, because the chances are you telling yourself that life is just life and too much, that you can't do it, you're going to hold yourself back. Has anyone ever had like an unexpected pregnancy, or someone told you that when you have more than 3 children or more than 2 children, the others just slot themselves right in? It's absolute rubbish, by the way. They don't just slot themselves right in, because you still have to parent them, you still have to take care of them, and you still got to take care of all the others. So you have to juggle all those needs. So I'm telling you now, like, I can have loads of different excuses as to why I can't do what I do. You know, I've got 4 children, I've got a home, I've got a husband, I've got my burlesque as a hobby. I haven't been to play golf for ages, but I love playing golf. So you've got all these little different things, but you can always find the time. You can juggle them around. There's you can't juggle like your kids around, but what I'm saying is you can find like half an hour in your day to do these things. So sometimes that isn't the actual excuse. It's just the fact that it's just a way in which you're holding yourself back. And this third one kind of like ties in the first two as to why you're doing those first two. So let me just say, number 2 was you're waiting for the perfect time. And the big spoiler there is that there is never going to be a perfect time. And being ready is not a feeling. It is a decision. It is deciding that you've had enough. You've had enough, that you're fed up of your life, or you're fed up of needing more money and it not magically appear. You're fed up of lacking the energy. So even if we're talking about the products here, you might say, all right, okay, so Sadie's had this transformative last 16 months. Financially, energetically, her confidence is soaring. She's achieving all these different things. She's traveling loads. I am having fun. I'm absolutely loving life. I'm having fun. You know, I'm spending my child-free days not watching telly. I'm spending my child-free days pouring into my team, attempting to grow my team, successfully growing my team, helping other people find out what pharmacy has to offer. When I say team, I mean community. You know, there's other things I could be doing with my time. I just said I love burlesque dancing. I could be dancing. I could be out playing golf, going to the driving range, but I'm not. I'm here doing this because I absolutely love it and I'm passionate about it. But it all started with making that decision. There was never ever a perfect time. If I look back over the last 10 plus years of me being in this industry, there was never ever a so-called perfect time. When I started, I had postnatal depression. Not an excuse, a reason. I had just had my second baby. Not an excuse, a reason. I've gone on to have 2 more babies. Again, they are not my excuses, they are my reasons. There's all these different things in life, and I'm busier and busier as I have these extra babies, you know. I don't have endless amount of time. I don't have extra time to what other people have. So stop waiting for the perfect time. That is just another way of you holding yourself back. And then the third one, it's a little tickly throat and I've just drank all my drink. And this kind of ties in with the first two, and I can relate to it, and it does make me feel a little bit emotional. You downplay your dreams. Like, when was the last time anyone said to you, what do you want to be when you grow up? You just don't say that as adults, do you? And unless you're in like circles like I'm in, like where we'll openly have a conversation, like, well, where do you see yourself in like the next 12 months? What's your big vision for the next 5 years? That's just like a normal conversation, because we are all committed and dedicated and invested in that growth, that personal growth. And sometimes it can be really uncomfortable to talk about those big scary goals. And sometimes the reason why you downplay those things and why you're doing this business is it could be a lack of self-belief. It could be a lack of confidence. It could be a lot of different things. That may be why you're overthinking. That's maybe why you're waiting for this illustrious, perfect time that does not exist. So you downplay your dreams. So you might say things like, I'll join, but it's just as a little bit of a hobby. Or I'll join, but it's merely so I can get the discount for myself. And I might pop the odd post up, a bit non-committal, like, I'll just share it to a few people. If it sticks, then that's great. And if not, that's fine. I'm here for the community. I'm here for the discount. That's absolutely fine for me. Yeah, I'm not interested in anything else. Or, I'm not really bothered about hitting those top ranks. Or, I'm not really bothered about hitting that manager level or progressing to it. Or, I'm not fussed if I don't earn that trip to Marbella. Or, I'm not fussed if I can't go to Cappadocia. I'm not fussed if I don't get to go to Pharma City. I'm not fussed if I don't get to go to the UK warehouse. All these different things, and you'll play it down because there's an underlying issue of you holding yourself back. And unless you get into action, stop overthinking, stop waiting for that perfect time, and open yourself up to the possibility and say to yourself, like, what if I did just go for it? Like, never mind what if I don't hit it. What if I do end up earning that trip and going to Istanbul and going to Cappadocia on those hot air balloons? Like, what if I do really go for it and I hit those leadership ranks? Like, I don't feel ready for it now, but maybe in the action of doing the things you need to get to that rank, maybe at that point then I will be at that leadership level and I'll be prepared to do everything. And maybe I can get to that level, and maybe I can get that £750 bonus. You know, it's like I've been that person before where I've held myself back, or like I've openly said the last couple of months, right, this month we're running for golden. It's not something I can do on my own. There's certain efforts that I can do, but it's relying upon 2 other people also seeing that bigger vision and wanting to go for it and not holding themselves back. And I've had one person successfully do that consistently for like a year now. She's doing absolutely amazing. And I'm just waiting for that next person. And I'm looking at my board there, and I've got 5 people altogether that really want it. They are running. They are letting go of that lack of self-belief. They are letting go of those inhibitions. They are not holding themselves back. They're not thinking, oh, it's not the right time to hit that promotion and get that extra money, and it's not the right time to get that £750 bonus. It's not the right time for earning that warehouse and photo shoot experience, which is going to be amazing, by the way. It's not the right time to go to that Lillian's cocktails and tapas bar. They're not saying that. They're like, never mind what if I fail, what if I win? Look at what is available. They see all these other people around them and they take inspiration from them. If you can celebrate somebody else for their successes, then you've got to ask yourself, why do you feel like you can't celebrate yourself for going for those successes? Like, you are the problem. You are holding yourself back because somewhere deep-rooted, there's something that's going on in your psyche that's saying to yourself, I don't deserve it. I can't do it. It's not for me. It's all right for them. But I'm just here to try and break those synapses and just have you thinking, like, if any of those signs, you're recognising them, that you're downplaying your dreams, you're waiting for perfect time, you're overthinking these things, then you need to realise you are the one that's getting in your own way. And the perfect solution there, you're not waiting, no one else is going to come and save you. It's you. You just got to make a decision. Like I said, being ready is not a feeling. Being ready is a decision. It's just saying, right, yeah, I've had enough, I'm going for it. It's saying to yourself, so what if people look at me and think daft things? Don't care, they're not paying for my holidays. They're not going to take me to Manchester for the day in the evening. They're not paying my bills. They're not giving me this community. They're not going to like be bringing all this fun to my life, you know? And like I mentioned before about you thinking about overthinking and what we were taught when we were younger and how we was told to think things through and it being logic. As an adult, it can manifest itself. And just a suggestion, consider this. Like, what if that logic you're telling yourself that you have to have is just disguised and it's actually fear? It's just a fear of stepping into that growth, that discomfort of growth. It's the fear that, you know, what if you do get all these things? What if you dare yourself to dream these big dreams and then have this huge vision and have these goals, and what does that mean? You know, and then you start overthinking it. So if you are finding yourself recognizing any of those three things in yourself, then I would just be kind to yourself, recognize that you're the one that's holding yourself back. And if there's anything that I share on my social media that you're thinking, yes, I want a part of that. I want the opportunity to travel. I want to meet new people. I want to go to these different events in the UK. I want more. I don't want to be bored. I want the money to be able to do these extra things for my family. I want the money and the freedom to be able to do these extra things for myself. I want to prove to myself that I am worthy of these things. Maybe you've had somebody in your ear telling you that you'll never amount to anything. Maybe you want to do like a big FU to those people. Maybe that is why you are holding yourself back. Maybe that's why you're overthinking. Maybe that's why you are waiting for the perfect time and you're downplaying your dreams. Whatever those reasons are, it's just once you acknowledge it, you just got to find a way to let it go. And like I've said, action is what is going to give you that clarity. Action is what builds that confidence. It's just making that decision and saying, you know what, I'm going for it. I am all in. And then just focus on all the amazing things that are coming your way, that are waiting for you. Think of the you in a year's time and 5 years' time. This gives me chills. And she's just going to be there, like, rooting for you. You don't need an army of other people around you rooting for you. I mean, we have that army and that community. You don't need that. You just need to think of that future you and what is she doing? What is she saying? What has she got? What is her lifestyle like? What has she managed to let go of? And what has that made room for? Like, how good can life get if you just get out of your own way? And I can say this, not being all Mrs. McJudgerton, I can say this because I have been in my own way before and I have taken accountability, because the alternative is giving that power to somebody else. When you take accountability for your own path and your own actions, your own failings and your own successes, that gives you that personal power back. So on that note, I'm going to get going, but I hope that some of you watching this have got some value from it. If you know of anybody, you've got a friend who you think they are holding themselves back, tag them in this video, send it to them so they can watch it. And if you are looking at what I do and you think I want a little piece of that, just come and have that conversation. I'm not scary, promise you. It's definitely just fur freckles. I've not given myself melasma. Just come and have that conversation, and it might be for you, it might not be for you, but you don't know unless you put yourself out there. But anyway, I'm dead excited. I'm dead excited for all those people that are saying that they are ready, they've made that decision, they're jumping in, they're relinquishing all those things that are holding themselves back. No BS, they are just running and going for it. I'm going to get going now. Have a really good Friday, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye.